It is time to start looking for the Firestop clashes using our BIM plugin. Our BIM plugin is connected to your account, so the first step is to log in using your credentials. Did you know that with a freemium account you can have the possibility to clash 5 times for free? For each project you can tweak the project settings for the best results, considering particular situations that occur. In this project we have 2 IFC files, the architectural and the structure model. The downside of IFC files is that the information is always stored in a different location, making it necessary to select each parameter for the values that we need to select an approved Firestop solution. It could be that some values are not available in the IFC file. Those we need to request from our client, or we can manually add the missing information later. Don't forget to save the information in case you need to redo these steps again. The next setting that you can tweak are based on the categories that we are going to check. Every category has its own types that is looked up by using string filters. These types are used to create a structured property set that we can use to select an approved Firestop solution. You can also load and save file settings for different types of projects and languages. For the construction categories, you can choose to check the custom content or the walls and floors from the linked files. The installation categories also have the string filters similar to the construction categories. An overview of the construction and installation types that we look up can be found on our platform. Note that you can always come back later to the project settings to tweak these string filters. Last up, you can select the clash categories that you would like to clash and select the property that contains the value that makes it fire or, for instance, acoustic rated. Next up is loading all the construction and installation categories into the checklist, and don't forget to save your settings for the next run. As you can see, we've added a loading bar. This is necessary because of bigger projects that can take longer to load, which all results in our checklist. Our checklist is the same way as our project settings. Here you can see if any string filters picked up the correct construction type. If it hasn't found the correct value, it will report an error message, in which case you can select extra properties in the IFC settings, or add extra string filters for the construction and installation categories. It's a good idea to check the different tabs and see if most information is loaded correctly. In this tab you can see that the FRP content is loaded correctly. Also, the mechanical and electrical content is loaded in correctly. The installation models were Revit files, making it easier to find the needed information because it's always stored into the same location. Although sometimes the string filters still need some adjustment to find all the installation types. In this case we could add Upenor to the installation type multilayer. But we can also add this information later and start finding our relative positions. For a perfect clash result, try to get 0 critical issues. After some loading time, the app will present what we call the clash list. This is the list with all the positions that are found using the linked IFC and Revit files. Any missing information for selecting the correct Firestop is marked red. All Firestop positions are also generated as components in Revit, giving you maximum insight on location and information for each individual location. When you zoom in on a couple of clashes and make a selection of them, you can use basic Revit functionalities for better visualization. In this case, we'll use the selection box tool from the Modify ribbon. The information from Orange button is also visible in the Properties tab. In the next chapter, we are going to further look into checking and changing the results. But first we are going to save this result in a clash list on our computer using the app. Just click on Export JSON and save the JSON file on your project folder. Each export that we create with the Orange button app can be opened with Excel or can be added to a project in your Orange button office environment.